The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach. The Green Hornet. With his faithful valet Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with the underworld, risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed as he races toward another thrilling adventure. The Green Hornet strikes again.
Hurry, Cato. We're out to break a real estate racket. Farm by proxy.
I want my money back.
Buy now. Only a few acres left.
Fortune and farming.
It's a racket. I want my money back. It's a racket.
Hello? This is the Franklin Farm by Proxy Company. Mr. Franklin isn't in yet. Hello. You saw our ad in the Clarion? Well, I'm Mr. Franklin's assistant. Yes, drop in here anytime. The Farm by Proxy Company, that's right.
Mr. Franklin, come in yet?
Did you see the sign on the door? He's out.
I'll wait.
If you want to buy some acreage, I'll be glad to.
I already been roped in.
What's that?
You ain't fooling me.
Now, just a moment, Mr.
Nevins.
Oh, yes. I thought you looked familiar. You bought some acreage several days ago. Yeah, here it is. Right on the wall map. Nevins, that's a fine section. Southern slope is perfect for apple orchards.
You can have it.
Why, something wrong?
Plenty, lady, and you know it.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do anything about it.
Are those two men in the outer office waiting for me?
Oh, yes, they're reporters.
Reporters? From where?
The Daily Sentinel.
Is that so?
This man, Mr. Nevins, wants to see you, Mr. Franklin. He has some sort of complaint.
Complaint?
You sold me 5 acres in your farm by proxy scheme, and I want my money back.
Scheme? I don't like that word, Mr. Nevins.
Oh, I suppose it ain't a crooked...
Now, hold on. The Franklin Farm by Proxy Company is absolutely open and above board. You know our proposition.
I know it by heart.
We have a large block of land given over to apple orchards. We plant trees, take care of them for 5 years, and at the end of that period, the trees are mature enough to bear fruit.
You told me that.
For your initial investment now, you stand a good chance of getting 5 times your money in 5 years.
What about the cost of taking care of the land?
Naturally, you pay for that. We merely do the work at your expense.
You didn't say nothing about that when I signed one of your contracts.
You should have read the contract, Mr. Nevins.
And that ain't all. I went out to see that land.
You went there?
It's all rock. You couldn't grow moss on it, let alone apples.
Well, that's your opinion. We don't agree.
Never mind the talk. Do I get my money back?
That's impossible. I tell you what we will do, though.
I'm listening.
Where is Mr. Nevins' property?
Right here, Mr. Franklin. This pin.
Fine. We'll give you a switch, Nevins. Instead of the 5 acres here, how about these 5 over on the other?
Blast your map. Your whole land's worthless. It's a racket. If you don't give me back my dough,
I wouldn't lose my temper if I were you, sir.
The rest of our clients haven't any complaints?
They haven't seen the land like me. Let them be suckers. I don't care about them. I'll see a lawyer.
Go right ahead. That's your privilege.
Listen, you grab $500 off of me. Suppose I talk to other folks.
Well?
What are you going to pay me not to let on what I know?
Not a cent.
You won't even pay me to keep my mouth shut about your racket?
Get out before I call the police and have you put out.
We've a law-abiding business.
You have a contract, and we're holding you to it.
Why, I ought to break your...
Don't try it.
A gun?
You can't threaten us in our own office. Sally, call the police.
All right. All right, I'm going. But I'll get even with you racketeers if it's the last thing I do.
Okay, Sally, hang up.
I hope he does see a lawyer. That contract's so foolproof, nobody could wriggle out of it.
Too bad I had to pull the hardware on him. Can't use talk all the time.
He was sort of nasty, Frank.
Sure. The poor sap saw $500 go bye-bye. And he'll have to keep on paying for 5 years. Besides, he's no angel. Did you hear the way he talked about the other suckers?
Guess that's right. He'd be crooked, too, if he had our brains.
Forget him. We've got to clean up this map and see those reporters.
What? You're going to see them?
Sure, why not?
They're from the Sentinel, Frank.
Well, what of it?
Well, they're pretty tough on rackets.
We're on the right side of the law. They can't prove anything. Besides, we sold practically all the orchard land already. What can they do? Get those contracts back?
No, but...
Well, there you are. Let those reporters ask questions. We got all the answers.
Hiya, Casey. Boss in?
You two back so soon?
Holy crow, that ain't no crime.
Well, I thought you were out getting a story on that farm by proxy complaint we got this morning, Lowry.
Sure, me and Lowry both.
That's where we came from, Casey. Now, how about it?
Golly, youngster, what are you waiting for? Press the button and tell Reed we're back.
What for if you didn't get anything?
Says who?
One look at your face, Lowry. That's all I need.
You mean you can look at me face and tell I didn't get no scoop or nothing?
With your face, expert, I can always tell what you're thinking.
You can?
Yep. It's always a blank.
This is no time for repartee. The boss.
Oh, good grief. I'm getting him. He was on the phone.
Yes, Miss Case.
They're back, Mr. Reed.
Oh, Lowry, did he get anything?
My guess isn't enough, Mr. Reed.
Well, send them in. Miss Case,
Yes, sir?
check on the name and address of the man who made that complaint this morning. Let me know.
You two get... Hey!
It's okay, Casey. We heard and we obey.
Hey, Reed, it's a racket, all right.
Come in, let's hear it. Was Miss Case right about her guess?
Casey hit it on the nose, boss. This guy Franklin has a con game that's as airtight as a diving bell.
Just exactly what is it? This man who called this morning gave nothing more than a hint.
Franklin's selling worthless land, Reed.
Yeah, his angle is apple orchards.
Apple orchards?
He's got a nice big map and a smooth line. Franklin and his dame feed the customers a high-powered line about the profit in apples.
Does he make any specific promises?
Not him. That's how he stays inside the law.
I see. They use clever hints to make people think there's a profit to be made in the future.
Yeah, so they make him a present of the dough.
Contracts?
Nothing there, boss.
He must have cheated hundreds of poor people out of their skins.
Now, one moment. Yes, Miss Case?
Here's the information you wanted. That fellow's far more disturbed today than he was the other day.
What's the man's name?
Carl Nevin,
And his address?
17 Weston Drive.
I see. Thanks.
That's the guy who called this morning and made the complaint?
His name is Nevins. Miss Case said he seemed even madder now than he was before.
Holy crow, you can't blame him. Falling for a line of applesauce.
I want something the Sentinel can print, Lowry.
Tell me how, and I'll get it if I have to dig to China.
Have you seen this property?
The land they're selling?
Yes.
I know where it is, but I haven't been out to look.
I wonder if it might be worthwhile.
You want me to hop out there tomorrow?
Me and Lowry will get there early.
Will you stop butting in, Axford?
But golly, maybe you'll need a man of action like me.
Not this time, Michael. This is at the other extreme.
Reed, you don't mean subtile. That's my dish. Being subtile.
Listen, you big
No,
lug.
Lowry goes alone. But
no.
play safe, Lowry.
Huh?
If possible, try not to reveal that you're from the Daily Sentinel. Find out as much as you can, as carefully as you can.
Boss, there's no headline out
You
there.
take the assignment. I'll decide on the headline so long as you get the news. That evening in his apartment, Britt Reed spoke to Cato, his faithful valet, and the only living person to know him as the Green Hornet. It's an odd situation, Cato. These confidence racketeers are undoubtedly gypping the public. Yet they're careful to stay within the limits of the law.
I see, Mr. Brett.
Lowry's going out to see that land tomorrow. He's going to keep his identity as secret as possible.
Secret?
Well, Lowry believes that's necessary in order to get information for a story. Actually, my purpose is quite different.
I want Franklin to believe Lowry is there for some other purpose.
What is that, Mr.
Now, here, Cato. Look at this map.
Yes, sir.
Right here, circled in red, is the land which Franklin is selling in his farm by proxy racket. Now, you notice these wavy brown lines?
Here?
Now, those are contour lines, Cato. They show that Franklin's acreage lies along a peculiar rock formation. It's definitely not the kind of land that would raise good apple orchards, Cato.
I see.
Yet we can use that formation of land for something entirely different from apple orchards. We can use it to plant a certain idea in the minds of those racketeers.
I don't understand, Mr. Brett.
You'll see as we go along. Did you get the money I asked for?
Here.
Fine. I'm going to give this money away, Cato.
What?
I have a plan which requires the help of someone besides the Green Hornet.
Can I help, Mr. Brett?
At the present moment, you're to stay here. I'm going out tonight to call on one of Franklin's victims, a man by the name of Nevins.
Who is he?
He bought some of that property, and he knows he's been cheated. Get the Green Hornet mask and the gun.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of money here. I don't know whether Nevins will turn out to be the kind of man I can trust, but there's no other way.
Here, Mr. Brett.
Oh, thanks, Cato. The gun is loaded?
Yes, sir.
Now, how about the Black Beauty?
It's all checked, Mr. Brett.
All right, Cato. I'll be back as soon as I turn this money over to Nevins.
Kind of late for anybody to be calling. I'd have been in bed an hour ago, except I can't sleep thinking about them blasted racketeers taking me in on their scheme. Yeah, might as well see who it is. Hey, what do you want? It's late.
Your name is Nevins?
Who wants to know?
I have some money for a man by that name.
Money? Sure, I'm Nevins. Come in where I can see you.
I will.
You're wearing a mask.
You recognize it?
Listen, I know you. I seen pictures of that mask in the papers. You're the Green Hornet.
Stay away from this door.
I ain't done nothing.
You saw Franklin this afternoon, Nevins.
You're with him. I didn't mean them threats, honestly.
Stop shaking and take this.
No, wait, I tell you. Don't shoot.
Take it.
Now, look, Money. Bills.
Didn't I say I had some money for you?
You mean it's for me?
Go ahead.
Sure, but I don't understand.
There's a string attached, Nevins.
As long as it's money, I don't care how many strings.
I see. You're not especially particular, are you?
Why should you ask? You're a crook.
Nevins, I don't care any more for Franklin than you do.
Yeah? I'd like to get even with that guy. And that dame, too.
That's what the money's for.
Huh?
I want you to be my agent.
Agent for what?
To buy property from Franklin.
What are you getting at? That property's worthless. You ain't no sucker.
For obvious reasons, the Green Hornet can't buy property. I've chosen you, Nevins.
But I don't...
I'll be your silent partner. I want all of Franklin's land you can get.
You're crazy. That land couldn't grow apples.
I'm not interested in apples.
And what are you after?
Look at this letter.
But it ain't addressed to nobody.
I tore that part off. After all, I can't reveal my real identity. Read it. Read it.
Okay. It says... What? What's this? Oil? You mean there's oil on that land?
That letter tells the story.
Oil, huh? No wonder you want to buy it.
Use that money.
You bet I will. I'll buy all I can grab. You and me, huh?
Franklin's clever. Be careful he doesn't get suspicious.
Not him. He wants to sell.
If he thinks there's valuable oil, he'll never let it go.
How's he going to know? He cheated me. Now I...
Remember one thing, Nevins.
Huh?
I have no way of knowing that you won't double-cross me, but I advise you not to try it.
Sure. You can trust me, Hornet.
For your sake, I hope so. Good night.
Night. Sure. You can trust me, Hornet. You can trust me to get that property from Franklin and maybe capture the Green Hornet in the bargain.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Green Hornet adventure. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a moment. Now to continue our story. After leaving Nevins, Britt Reed went to the dark alley where he had parked the Black Beauty.
Nevins doesn't seem like the sort of person who'd be on the level. Just because he's fallen a victim to Franklin's racket doesn't mean that he couldn't be just as unscrupulous himself. Perhaps I'd better make certain that Nevins doesn't have any chance to double-cross the Green Hornet.
Britt Reed returned to the apartment and got his valet Cato. Then together they drove across the city to the apartment where the farm racketeers made their home. On the way, Britt Reed stopped to make a phone call, first removing his Green Hornet mask.
Hello?
Nevins,
Yeah, who is it?
I saw you earlier this evening about a certain proposition.
Oh, you're the Green...
No names, not over the phone.
Okay. What'd you call for?
We haven't arranged a place to meet. You're going to buy that property tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going over sometime when when he's in.
Be at your place tomorrow night at 11.
What for?
Using my money, do as I say.
11, huh? You gonna be here?
I want to see the results you had. You'll be there at 11 o'clock. You can expect me.
Who is that?
Move over and take the wheel. I spoke to Nevins, Cato.
Yes, Mr. Brett.
I told him to be at his place tomorrow night at 11.
You'll be there, Mr. Brett?
Nevins expects the Green Hornet at that hour. I was very careful to let him get that impression.
Where we go now?
I'll take my mask, Cato.
Here it is.
Head for Franklin's home. You know where it is.
You told me.
A lot of innocent people have put their savings in Franklin's farm by proxy scheme. It's up to the Green Hornet to see that they get it back.
Well, kid, here's luck. Another couple of days, maybe a week, and we get rid of the rest of that land.
Yeah, and I thought you was crazy when you bought it. Here's luck.
Crazy like a fox. Cost us $5 an acre, and we're selling it to the saps for $100.
What do we do when it's all sold? Skip out with the cash?
What for?
Well, the police might...
Wise up. We got contracts. The police can't touch us. No, we stick around.
Why do that when you're...
Because we get more dough that way. You know what those contracts said?
You mean about us servicing the land for them?
Yeah, farm by proxy. They get gypped when they buy it. And for 5 years after, they have to pay out whatever we want to charge them.
Suppose they don't want to pay us for farming.
Well, if they don't pay, we take the land back. Get it?
Yeah, we sell it over again.
That's the racket. How are they going to know that we charge them for repairing fences and spraying trees, jobs that we never do?
Suppose they squawk.
Let 'em. That sucker was in today. He squawked.
Nevins?
Yeah, that's the guy. He ain't got a snowball's chance in midsummer. The law's on our side.
I wish I could be sure.
I know it. I've been in plenty of rackets and never been caught yet. Why? Because I'm always careful to stay inside the law.
You're smart, Frank.
You ain't telling me. Now, come on. Finish up that drink, and I'll pour us another.
Okay,
What's the matter with you?
Frank,
Hey, you dropped your glass.
behind you, a man wearing a mask.
What? Don't try anything, Franklin.
You, that mask. You're the Green Hornet.
A stick-up.
You
Stay
can't
away
do
from
this.
that desk.
Look out, Frank.
I'll put a bullet through him.
Back!
No, you
There's
don't.
another man behind you with a gun.
It's right, Frank.
Oh, two of you, huh?
I thought you might have a gun in here. I'll remove the bullets just to make sure. There.
What do you want?
You own a certain piece of property.
Well, what about it?
You've been selling that land.
Sure we have.
I want a list of the people you've sold it to.
A list?
You can't do anything. It was legal.
The list.
What could you with the names?
Do I get the list, or do you want a dose of gas?
Yes. No, I...
Well,
You can't get anything out of those suckers, Hornet. I already picked them clean.
I'm sure you have.
Then what are you going
I'm
to do
after
with
that
it?
list. Either you give it to me, or I gas you and search for it myself.
Well,
Make up your mind. I'll get it either way.
I don't know what you want it for, but... Okay, here it is.
I want to see Franklin.
You again. He told you yesterday, Mr. Nevins, you can't get your money back. The sale
Who
is...
said anything about getting it back? I want to see him for another reason entirely.
Oh, he's in here. Visitor to see you.
Nevins. No use arguing again.
He says it's something else.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, make it snappy.
I thought maybe I could buy some more of that land.
What?
Well, I got to thinking it over, and I figured maybe your scheme was okay. About the apple orchards, I mean.
You're not telling the truth, Nevins.
Me?
Something has changed your mind since yesterday.
We haven't many acres left to sell, Frank. Why not get rid of
Shut
them?
up. I'm handling this.
You got to sell it to me.
Pretty anxious, huh?
Well, will you or won't you?
Why?
What do you mean?
There's been some funny things going on lately. Why do you want that land?
What do you care? I got the dough.
Well, I'll have to think it over.
Look, Franklin, if you don't want to, give me a list of the other people who bought it from you.
What? Did you hear that, Frank?
Yeah, I heard it. You're the second guy who asked for the list.
I'll pay you twice as much as
Who
the other.
told you to come in here?
Why, nobody. I just...
You're too dumb to get a hunch by yourself.
Hunch?
Has the guy with a mask been seeing you?
Well, no, of course not.
Written all over your face.
I tell you...
You ain't telling nothing. I'm telling you. It's the Hornet.
The
Come on, talk. The Green Hornet put you up to this, didn't he?
He asked us for a list. Same thing you wanted.
I didn't know. He told me to...
Yeah, I got a good idea what he told you.
You mean about...
One of my boys called in from the property. There's been some guy snooping around out there. Wouldn't give his name or state his business. Just looking.
Are you going to stall all day?
Reach, Nevin.
Hey, now look, you don't need no gun.
Sally, he's got something in that pocket. He's been fingering it since he came in.
It ain't money. I left the money the Hornet gave me at home.
Whatever it is, get it, Sally.
Okay.
Must be important or you wouldn't keep handling it.
Well, it's nothing but a piece of paper.
Give me that.
Get back. Hand it here, Sally.
Frank, it says oil. It's a report from one of them geologists.
Oil. So that's it.
Don't say where. It's a fake, I tell you.
A fake, huh? Not after the way you come in here. Not after the Green Hornet last night.
And that guy snooping around, he must have been checking over for spots to drill.
Get out.
Listen, you can't. I'll pay you double. 3 times as
Go
much.
on back and tell the Hornet he made a mistake. He should have picked a front man who's smarter than you'll ever be.
I'll give you 5 times your price.
There's the door, and I'll get going before
Okay. I'll see those others myself.
You won't see him because you don't know who they are.
You chiselers. Taking my idea. Just like to see the Hornet get back that dough.
Outside.
We gotta work fast, Frank. Oil.
Get all the salesmen moving. We got to buy back all the land we sold.
All of it?
Sure. This report don't point to any particular section. We'll get them all back. Play safe.
We'll have to pay plenty.
We'll give them 10 times as much money as we have to. It's oil. We better get busy. The Hornet has a list.
But the Hornet can't go around seeing people in the daytime.
He'll use Nevins. Then we got to get those acres back first. Now get busy. I want every bit of that land back in my possession by tonight. Well, Mrs. Carlson, what do you say?
I don't understand, Mr. Franklin. You sold me this land in the first place.
I'll give you just what you paid for it, Mrs. Carlson.
But you said I'd get a profit.
I'll absorb that. 3 times as much.
Well, in that case,
Fine, now. Just sign it over to me. And here's your money. 50, 100, 150, 200.
That's right. Our company has decided to assume all the risk itself. Instead of waiting 5 years, we'll give you your profit now.
Say, that sounds okay to me. Here's your contract.
And here's your money. Not one refusal yet, Frank. Guess none of them know about the oil.
Keep after them, Sally. I want all of them. All of them.
I went out to that place, boss, but got nothing.
Franklin's property, the acreage he's selling in his farm by proxy plan?
Yeah, I fished around, but there wasn't anything out there. One of Franklin's men got suspicious. You told me not to give my name or mention the paper.
Well, you're excited about something, Lowry. Let's have it.
You know what Franklin's doing?
Should I?
It's all over town. He and that dame are buying the land back.
What? Why should they do that?
Search me. I'm not in the racket.
Well, see if you can find out why. Let me know.
Okay, boss. It's screwy, all right.
In about 2 hours from now, Franklin will get a letter telling him he's allowed himself to be fooled. A report proving there never was any oil there and never will be.
Reed! Oh, golly, Reed. This time we'll nab him.
Axford, what's wrong?
It's not wrong, boss. For once, Axford may have something.
It's the Hornet.
What?
We got a tip. He's going to come to a certain place tonight.
Yeah, at the home of a guy named Nevins.
Nevins, eh? Oh, isn't he the man who called the Sentinel complaining about Franklin's racket?
That's the baby.
Dial just give me a call from headquarters to give me the tip about Nevin.
He called the police?
Holy crow, the Green Hornet must be in with Franklin.
You think so?
Suffering snakes, he must be.
Sounds hot, boss.
11 o'clock, eh? Well, we'll keep the front page clear of this. Maybe a false alarm.
Oh, Reed.
But if the Hornet's caught, it'll be the biggest headline we've ever had.
You said it, and Ed Lauer's going to be right there for a personal interview.
That night, several people gathered in Nevin's home, all tensely watching the clock.
Suffering snakes. I'm getting more jittery than a jitterbug dancer. You're sure he's coming, Evans?
I know what I'm talking about.
Listen, Doyle, you have this place surrounded. How's he going to get through?
They got orders to do nothing till they heard from me. Anyways, Lowry, how can they tell he's the Green Hornet or not? All he wears is regular clothes, and it's too dark to see the mask.
He don't know we're waiting for him. We'll catch him in here cold.
Hey, Nevins, what have you got to do with the Hornet in the first place?
I told you. He tried to rope me into something.
There he is. Go ahead, Nevins.
All right. Be sure and watch him.
You're the guy I want to see, Nevins.
Hey, he ain't the Green Hornet.
That's Franklin and the woman. What is this?
This man gypped us. Him and the Green Hornet.
Told us there was oil on the land. We bought it back from the people.
What? You bought it back?
Holy crow! Is there oil out there?
There is not. There never was oil there.
It's a scheme. Nevins, you were in it with the Hornet.
You can't pin it on me. I did what I was told.
You rat, I ought to knock
Shut
you.
up, all of you.
Franklin, you fell for it. All those people you gypped got the better of you.
Golly, where did the Hornet fit in?
I don't know what he's trying to do, but he hasn't fooled me.
No?
I still have the money.
Shut up. It's 11 o'clock.
Hey, look out.
Someone turned off the lights.
Let go of me. Let...
Holy crow, where is he?
I can't shoot without I can see.
Take it. He's going. Get him.
It was him. Put on the lights.
There.
Oh, he's gone. Went out that door.
Blast him. He took it.
Suffering snakes took what?
The money. He gave me money to help him.
So that's why he came. You tried to double-cross the Hornet, and he took his dough back.
And he sure wiped these racketeers off the slates.
Hey, Doyle, blow that whistle. Your men are waiting for a signal. Doyle.
Golly, Lowry, look. Doyle's lying on the floor.
He's been gassed. Now the police will never get...
There he goes.
Blast him. Why don't those cops close in?
All they'd catch now would be dust, Franklin. The Hornet made sure Doyle couldn't blow that whistle in time.
He gets away, and we're left here holding a lot of worthless property.
You got no better than you deserve. You and your crooked apple orchards.
Sure. The Sentinel gets a headline, and you get a lot of applesauce.
Green Hornet involved in farm by proxy racket. Read all about it. Hornet X-ray. Racketeers get taken in. Green Hornet still in large. Sentinel X-ray Piper.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet Incorporated. The situations and characters depicted in this drama are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons or events of the past or present is coincidental.